DreamWorks How to Train Your Dragon. It's interactive Flying Toothless, your ultimate wingman for legendary adventures. Now you are the trainer. It's up to you to create a bond with Toothless so you can make him fly. But before you two start logging frequent flyer miles, you have to build trust with Toothless. So let's get started. There's epic fun to be had. We'll just start with a quick unboxing of dun-da-da-da, Flying Toothless. Just pop off the top of the package and slide Toothless out. Here's Flying Toothless, his nest, his food, his charging cable, and his instructions. Here are his touch sensors. They're on his belly, forehead, and mouth. These are the sensors that you'll use to interact with Toothless and get him ready to fly. Here's where his hidden wings pop out and spin when Toothless is ready to fly. Oh, and don't forget his fish. Toothless is one hungry dragon, meaning he can eat anything. So be sure to pack a snack when you soar off into adventure. When he's not flying, Toothless likes to hang out in his nest. This is also his charging station, where you'll plug in a USB charging cable to give him energy. Get a parent to help out and connect the USB charging cable into a 5-volt DC-rated power source. Flying Toothless's eyes will pulse red when charging and turn solid green when he's fully charged. P.S. Flying Toothless can't fly while charging or while the nest is plugged in, but you can still play with Flying Toothless while he's turned on in the nest. Now that he's all charged up, let's turn him on. Flip the switch on the bottom to on, and look at that, Toothless comes to life. Right now, Toothless is in pre-trust mode. Toothless doesn't know you yet, so he's a little standoffish. Just like in the movie when Hiccup and Toothless just meet. You'll notice his eyes turn red and flash. You can gain Toothless's trust and teach him to fly and play. But to do that, you'll need to interact with him. Once you've gained Toothless's trust and unlock the advanced features, his eyes will flash rainbow and he'll make a special roar. FYI, pre-trust mode is active on the first play only, unless you decide to reset the toy to factory settings. Check out his color-changing eyes. Always keep tabs on his mood while watching his eyes. They light up and change colors to tell you how he's feeling. Green means he wants you to play with him. He'll even dance. When it pulses green, he's purring. Purple means he's sleepy. When he's sad, his eyes are blue. You can pick him up and pet his head to soothe him. When you see yellow eyes, it means Toothless is hungry. You could feed Flying Toothless some of his fish. When he's full, Toothless will stop making eating sounds. Be careful not to feed him too much. Toothless might get sick. Orange means he's ready to start a game, or he's dizzy, or maybe he just wants to share his food with you. Ugh. As soon as you see Toothless's eyes flash white, pat his back to help him burp. When he's red, that means he's either full or grumpy, or he just doesn't trust you yet. So are you ready for your reward for being a good dragon trainer? When you've interacted enough with Toothless and gained his trust, he'll make a tone and his eyes will flash rainbow. That means he's ready to interact with you. Let's celebrate with some dancing. Just pick him up and rock him side to side. His eyes will turn green, and Toothless will make music, sing, and dance. Now you've already had tons of fun, so you must be getting tired. You know Toothless can use a little power nap after busting out all those killer dance moves. So let's try putting Toothless to sleep. You're gonna wanna rock Toothless from side to side, and then rub his belly before you hold him upside down. That's how Toothless sleeps. You'll know he's asleep when his eyes turn off. When it's time to wake up, just sit Toothless up straight and press his back button to get his attention. This is a perfect time to talk about tickles. When he's in his nest, tickle his belly to get a purr or burp. Did you know that Toothless loves to play the roar game? Press and hold his back button until he makes a horn noise. His eyes will turn green, and he'll make a specific sound at the start of each round. Remember this sound. When you hear it, tap his forehead to win the round, and his eyes will turn rainbow, and you can all celebrate. If you win the game, he'll make a dance. If you lose the game, he'll get very upset. It all comes to this. Let's teach Toothless to fly for real. Here are a few flight tips you'll need to know before we get started. Flying Toothless can only take off if he's in his nest and he's not plugged into power. He can't fly if his battery is low, so make sure he's fully charged. If you want to try making Toothless fly on a low battery, his eyes will flash red. He should only fly indoors in an environment where there's not a lot of draft, like open windows. Make sure his nest is always sitting on a flat surface. Keep his nest at least 5 feet from wall or obstacles when he's flying, and don't stand over Flying Toothless as he takes off. If you've got all that covered, we're ready. First, make sure that Toothless's eyes turn green. Hold him in your hand and move him up and down to teach Toothless how to fly. You should be hearing his wings flap. Put Toothless in his nest and give him some space. If he's not ready to fly, he'll make a sad noise, and both eyes will flash green. He won't tell you that he's not ready to fly until you put him in the nest to try. Make sure not to shake Toothless too strongly or he'll get dizzy and his eyes will turn orange. Okay, let's try this again. Move Toothless up and down until you hear his wings flap, then put him in the nest. You'll know you're on the right track when you see his eyes flash rainbow colors. Now with Toothless in the nest, be sure to encourage him by standing back and giving him some space. Toothless's eyes will turn rainbow when he's about ready to take flight. Then, his body will reveal a propeller, then these will unfold to start spinning for takeoff out of his nest. Keep your hand underneath to keep him airborne and help guide him where he wants to go. Toothless might seem a little loud, but it takes a lot of dragon power to fly, and he needs to spin fast to lift off. Good job! You're a terrific dragon trainer. Every time Toothless flies successfully, he'll fly for a bit longer. Toothless can fly for a maximum of 10 seconds, then he gets tired and needs to land. After each successful flight, his eyes will turn rainbow to celebrate. Whenever Toothless is done flying, place him upright on a flat surface and he'll try to land and curl his wings up. Make sure not to push Flying Toothless's head down. He closes by himself when he's placed upright on a flat surface. If Toothless doesn't have a successful flight, he might get grumpy. Make him happy before trying to fly again. If Toothless has a bad landing or hits something while flying, he'll stop flying immediately and his eyes will turn red because he's grumpy. Set him upright so he can close his wings, and pat him on the head to make him feel better. Always make sure to turn Toothless off when he's not flying to save battery life. If he's unable to fly, return him to the nest and allow him to fully charge before trying again. He will only attempt to fly when in his nest. Check to see if his eyes flash red. That means he's running out of energy and needs to charge. If Toothless isn't charging properly, ensure his nest USB cable is plugged into a computer. Ensure his cable is not damaged. You've done it! You've trained Toothless to fly! Awesome job!